Today we talk about a woman who broke into a car to sleep and then accidentally set it on fire and then she couldn't unlock it to escape. This is People I'm Stupid. Hello, my name is Andrew Parker, aka Abraca Andrew, aka Wafellow, aka Spider-Man, and welcome to People I'm Stupid, the show where I talk about stupid people doing stupid things. As always, I'm going to start by announcing the winner of the stupid competition from last week. Last week we had the hide-and-seek shoplifters and the finger gun bandit. With a vote of 3 to 10, the finger gun bandit is the winner. Congrats on being stupid. Make sure to participate in this week's competition by voting at the end of this video. Now back to this week's episode. Before we get into our first story, I'm going to announce that this is a Dad in the Room edition. We have done one of these before, and it's just what it sounds like. Dad is in the room, and it's an edition of that. So, Dad, say hi.
Hi, I'm in the room.
Booyah! Now let's talk about our first story. Our first story is about a man who caused an explosion while trying to spray cockroaches in his kitchen using insect spray as a flamethrower. People am stupid. Police and fire crews were called to the incident, and the man apparently had lacerations to his head and hands due to the explosion, and he was taken to the hospital. Station Officer Ian Loudon said they believe the man ignited a can and a half of insect spray while trying to burn the cockroaches, causing windows to shatter and significant damage to the kitchen and walls of the house.
How did they measure that can and a half? How could they possibly know that? That guy's just saying that.
That is a good freaking question.
He's just trying to impress like his mom or whoever and make her proud because he can do, you know, whatever.
My grandson figured out how much insect spray was used. He's such a good detective.
He's so official.
The neighbor, who's named Kjpargeter, really? That's his name. Kjpargeter. Please tell me that y'all agree that this is an awesome name. I'm gonna put a poll up there, okay? Just if you agree, go vote and say yes, this is an awesome, strange, awesome name.
I vote yes.
Anyways, he said that the explosion caused everything to vibrate. Quote, "We were just sitting out and having a few beers and we just heard boo-how." Boo-how. I'm sorry, what?
Well, he was having a few beers.
Yes, and that's so something a Kjpargeter would say. Just like a dog goes bow wow. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Now I'm trying to think, how would you spell an explosion?
Well, usually with the boom.
Yeah, boom's better. I don't know. It's just not
kaboom.
Kaboom. That's better.
Kaboom.
Yeah, that's more accurate. I just know it's not boo-how. This man, Kjpargeter, he has the right to ridicule no one. And I mean no one. If there is an explosion next door, and you're the neighbor, and your name is Kjpargeter, you should have the good sense to do whatever possible to make sure your name stays out of the newspapers.
Agreed.
Unless you're a performance artist. We here at People Am Stupid recognize people's concerns about these creepy crawlies. We understand that people don't perceive roaches to be the friendly, cuddly type. And they are probably right. Usually people want to destroy roaches in the most gruesome way possible and or send them to apocalypse so Darkseid and Granny Goodness can unleash whatever kind of tortures they can concoct on these creatures.
Audiences hip to the whole DC universe thing, eh?
I hope so. They should be.
That's right.
If you don't get that reference, shame on you. With that being said, we here at People I'm Stupid salute this act of stupidity.
That's our salute.
Dad's saluting you too. Boldly experimenting for a worthwhile cause has always aroused jeers from those with limited vision, from the naysayers, from those earthbound cowards unwilling to take a risk, experiment, and dream. The creative appear to be buffoons to those who want to remain caterpillars all their lives and never transform and emerge from their cocoons to be a soaring non-turkey eagle, to never learn what it means to mix a metaphor. Did they mock the Wright brothers, Abbott and Costello, when they insisted that man could fly like a kitty hawk, even if he was a baseball player named after an interrogative? Yes, they did. Did they ridicule Thomas Alva Jefferson when he turned on the light bulb to write the Declaration of Independence? Perhaps. Did they not heap mound upon mound of scorn upon Christopher Columbia University when he said he could sail around the world in 80 days on his 3 rafts? The Han, the Leia, and the Lando Calrissian? Of course they did, wouldn't you?
Those are excellent historical examples.
Thank you.
I think you're teaching your viewers something as you entertain them.
I always wanted to be an entertainment show, but also, you know, a little informational, you know.
That was excellent.
Give them some spot-on history lessons. Yeah. Like these pioneers who were not afraid to attempt goals that seemed impossible to achieve, this man had a dream. He was sick of having to run around the house with a shoe and fly swatter, or spraying gallons of Raid, or baiting mousetraps with Twinkies only to have the roaches return over and over and over again, as bold as ever. Like those who tinker in their basement for they have no expensive laboratories in which to experiment in controlled environments, he had to do what he could with what he had, wherever the roaches might scuttle. The article mocks him when it says, quote, pest spray has clear labels warning against exposing them to a naked flame, and, quote, the instructions are put on these things for a purpose. He knows this. He is aware of the danger, but he welcomes the danger as he faces it on behalf of all members of our species. That we have had enough, and if they don't want to die a horrible, anguishing death of flames and explosions, they best clear out now because the bullying ends now. This world needs a hero. This man might be that hero. Or it could be that this guy is just a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Regardless, we understand this man wanting to permanently banish this creature from his dwelling fortress. However, with that being said, there are good ways of going about getting rid of a roach, and there are bad ways. I'm sorry, sir, but you have fallen into the bad category. Insect repellent is already specifically designed to kill bugs. Adding something on top of that is dumb and unnecessary. Unless you are Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, you should not be attempting to use this element. But this happened in Mount Issa, which is in Australia. Oh, well, this freaking changes everything. This is no longer a People Am Stupid story. The creatures in Australia are mutants. Use all the flamethrowers you want over there. Just try to survive. And now it's time for another segment of Guess That Stupid.
Guess That Stupid!
In this segment, I will present to you 3 stupid stories. Two will be 3.
Okay.
2 of them will be false. 1 will be true. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to determine which of these stories is true and to pick that correct answer in the poll in the top right.
Out of the 5 stories.
3. So I'm about to present some stories. How many stories am I going to present?
5.
Wrong. Story number 1. Woman gets a tattoo of her cat made from her cat's actual fur.
That's 1.
Story number 2. Woman forgot to put her car in park. It rolls over her own foot.
Story number 2.
Story number 3. Woman arrested for punching random men in the groin.
Story number 5.
That was story number 3, and we're done. Right there. Cut it off. Done. Tie it up in a nice little bow. Only 3 stories. Which story is true? Pause the video right now and go vote in the poll in the top right, and I will reveal the answer in 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is story number 1. Woman gets a tattoo of her cat made from her actual cat's fur. This woman's name is Makani Terror. This is a Swiss company called Skin 46 that is offering these unique tattoos. Apparently they extract carbon from the hair and manufacture the unique ink from it. The founder of Skin 46 says, quote, some think it's offensive while a huge amount of tattoo lovers think it's an amazing concept. We expect this to draw a lot of attention, both to our crowdfunding campaign and to Skin 46 in general. Tattooing needs this kind of fresh spirit. I have absolutely no idea what that means. I have no idea why getting a tattoo of a cat made from its actual fur is something anyone would want to do. But hey, Miss Terror seems pretty happy with it. I hope the tattoo came out perfect.
Nice.
If it doesn't, I guess the best thing she could do is just try and stay positive. Positive. Our final story is about a Florida woman who broke into a car to sleep, accidentally set it on fire, and then couldn't figure out a way to get out. People, I'm stupid. If you heard me, I said Florida, and that's right, that triggers a Florida flag, a segment where we discuss a story regarding the insanity and stupidity of Florida and its residents.
Except for Mickey Mouse. We're not trying to say anything negative about Mickey. We love Mickey Mouse.
Mickey, we love you. According to a post on the Marion County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, a deputy responded to an auto dealership on Saturday regarding a suspicious incident and found a 62-year-old woman locked inside of a car for sale on the lot. Dolores A. Graham is her name, and she told deputies that she got inside the car to sleep and somehow locked herself inside. Deputies said she then tossed a cigarette underneath the front seat of the car, which caught on fire. A sergeant arrived at the scene and was able to get Graham to hit the unlock button and get her out of the burning vehicle. A fire extinguisher was then used to put out the flame. Graham faces charges of burglary of an unoccupied structure and felony criminal mischief. I feel like if you're smart enough to get into a car, like break into a car, you should be smart enough to get out. Is that an unfair assumption?
I think that's a fair assumption.
That's what I thought. But apparently that's a bad assumption. This woman is the pinnacle of stupidity. I've heard of a hotbox in a car, but I don't think this is what they had in mind. I think this is too much of a literal interpretation. I guess you could say this story is lit.
It's good, it's a pun.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Perhaps one too many.
I'm ashamed. I shouldn't have. I'll be back. I have made a severe lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize and to punish myself. Okay, that's the end of this episode.
That was very Dobby-ish.
Harry Potter must not go to Hogwarts. Anywho, that is it for this episode. Which of these stories did you think was stupidest? Was it the, what was the first story?
I think the cockroach thing.
Cockroach. Flamethrower, cockroach man, or locked in car woman? Comment down below and tell me, and or click or tap the icon in the top right. There you can vote for which of these stories you thought was stupidest. Anywho, that is it for this week, and until next time, don't be stupid.